The Liberal government claims there are no records related to the nearly $9 million in funding it disbursed to the cricket farming Aspire Food Group. Let me say that again, because it's the kind of thing that deserves to be screamed into a Freedom of Information shredder. The federal government gave this cricket protein company millions of your tax dollars and now claims there's just no paper trail. Except we've got a few of the receipts. Aspire Food Group was handed $8.5 million in taxpayer cash in 2020 from Agriculture and Agri-Food Canada. That's a problem right out of the gate because the program they tapped into has a clear $5 million cap. So what happened? Did they rewrite the rules for the bugs? And if there was a rewrite, where's the paper trail? Then in 2023, Aspire got another $501,302 from the National Research Council through a separate program. Then just 2 months later, the feds quietly amended the $8.5 million deal, extending the project's deadline and pushing repayments back by a year. Now, you don't delay repayment unless someone's having trouble paying. So what kind of backroom bailout was this? And again, where's the paper trail? Because Aspire went into receivership. That's right, the cricket protein darling of the Trudeau and now the Carney Liberals, the single largest food-grade cricket plant on the planet, flatlined, dead on arrival. And now it's being picked apart in bankruptcy court. Now let's talk about that plant for a second. It was located in London, Ontario on a street called Innovation Drive because satire is dead. The Aspire facility was billed as the future of food. It was designed to produce over 13 million kilograms of crickets per year, fully automated, AI-powered, vertical farming, apparently a sterile, climate-controlled utopia for mass-reared bugs designed to be ground into protein powder for pet food, animal feed, fertilizer, and yes, one day, human consumption. This wasn't farming, it was a robotic insect warehouse designed by Davos nerds who think carbon is scarier than hunger. It was sold as a climate savior because crickets use less land, less water, produce less methane. They were going to feed the world, these crickets. Trudeau's cabinet couldn't throw taxpayer money at it fast enough. But the whole thing collapsed. The London Free Press reports that Aspire couldn't keep up with construction costs or debt obligations. They couldn't raise more capital. The fake food market tanked, and now they're all but insolvent. Even London city councillors are demanding answers, asking how to protect public funds from getting swallowed into this cricket crater. Meanwhile, Aspire's Texas facility still operating. So Canadian tax dollars may have just subsidized the US bug business. And here's the part that should make your blood boil. When a request was filed for records on Aspire's funding, the government's official response was, no records exist. No records. None. Not a single memo, a payment schedule. We know it was revised. A contract for a company that got $9 million in federal support. I guess it just doesn't exist. Now, that's not transparency. That's a cover-up. But this goes deeper than one company's failure. Aspire was a symbol, a test case, a prototype for the World Economic Forum's dietary reset. You will eat the bugs, you'll own nothing, you'll be happy, you'll be cold, broke, and scared of steak. They want you weak, malnourished, and terrified of how your burger interacts with the weather. So you're guilt-tripped into eating like some sort of horrified iguana, and they're pumping your tax dollars into making that nightmare real. Need proof? Here's a Facebook video of these Mark Carney-aligned World Economic Forum mouthpieces singing the praises of cricket protein like it's the Eucharist of the ESG religion. And while Aspire was sucking down millions in subsidies, Beyond Meat was already imploding. The market had spoken. The fake meat fad, it was failing because it's gross, ultra-processed, and nutritionally inferior. But that didn't matter because for this government, it's not about feeding Canadians, it's about re-engineering them. This isn't innovation, it's social control dressed up as sustainability. The way it always is. It's ideological obsession in a lab coat, and it failed. Aspire's London plant was not a revolution. It was a taxpayer-funded automated cricket crematorium built to serve an ideology Canadians never voted for. And now it's bankrupt, the bugs are dead, and the government's pretending like it never happened. We're not going to let them memory hold this mess. This was your money, your food system, your future, and they just handed it to the bugs. Time to fumigate. For Rebel News, I'm Sheila Gunn-Reid. The so-called alternative protein sector is just part of the Great Green Reset. They're going to tell you how to live, how to commute, and what to eat. We're having none of it. If you agree with us, go to nogreenreset.com.